This Republican congressman,
Thank
Thomas
you.
Massie, already tweeted out that he went from a no vote to a hell no vote on this measure. Joins us right now. Congressman, good to have you.
Thanks for having me, Neil.
Why hell no?
Because this is like a rocket that's lost its stabilizer fins here in the last few hours. It's getting more erratic, and I'm saying I hope it lands in the ocean and sinks, because we're dealing with a sixth of our economy, and this bill's not even written. Are you kidding me? And we're supposed to vote on it tonight? That's why I'm a hell no.
Okay, because, and I don't know what this means, but these Freedom Caucus members who met at the White House, they didn't speak to reporters afterwards. I don't know what that means. Our Chad Pergram was reporting what it means is that something's up, which means that maybe a lot of them are changing their minds. But what do you think?
Well, I have some friends there in the Freedom Caucus, and I heard they had a good meeting, but there's no deal. So take that for what you will. What
do you mean there's no deal? That not those who were against have been persuaded to be for?
That's correct. There's still no deal, and there's no bill that we can read. The Rules Committee is just sitting idle there right now, just feet from where I'm standing, and you know, there's no bill being written. We've got to have something in your hands to consider it and vote on it. And what's almost certainly sure is if there were a deal, there still wouldn't be a CBO report for it.
Now, has the president tried to persuade you?
The president has not tried to persuade me. Maybe he's going after the nose and the lean nose before he goes for the hell nose.
Yeah, you're in a whole category. But one of the things we know he said on Capitol Hill earlier this week, Congressman, was that, look, guys, speaking to Republicans, we all go down here. You know, you're going to lose the midterms next year, lose majorities in the House and Senate, and our whole agenda is screwed. Paraphrasing here, but I think I got the gist of it. What do you think of that?
Look, I got 275 calls to my office against this bill and 4 supporting it. So that's right. I've been keeping track, and there is no constituency for this bill back in Kentucky. The danger is in passing this, and then the real danger comes in 2 or 3 years when the provisions start to kick in and insurance rates go through the roof and the cost of health care keeps skyrocketing. It's going to be tough for Trump or anybody to get reelected if we pass this bill.
If it goes down in flames and you know, doesn't get either voted on or voted down today, and we're hearing from Chad Pergram, I mentioned earlier, sir, that no deal has been made here, or by that one can surmise that not enough votes were switched to change that outcome. Now, I could be wrong. Chad could be wrong. Then what? Then what do Republicans do tomorrow?
There are a lot of ways to move on from here. For instance, the problem that the House Freedom Caucus and I have with this bill are really about the insurance mandates, about the 10 essential health coverages, and then also the pre-existing conditions. If you take away the individual mandate and keep all that stuff in the insurance programs, the prices are going to skyrocket. If you separated that part of this, the Obamacare, what's known as Obamacare, and just focused on the Medicaid wind down, in other words, rolling back the expansion, I think we actually have 216 votes.
Really?
Yeah, I think there's 216 votes on the Medicaid part. So why not take several bites at this apple and instead of trying to swallow the apple all at once?
All right, so Speaker Ryan still pushes this vote today, and we're told he'll push it regardless whether the votes are there or not. And he fails. If he fails, would you be looking for a new speaker?
Well, I'm the only member of the Republican conference that didn't vote for Speaker Ryan, so that wouldn't be earth-shattering if I were to tell you I was looking for a new speaker.
Well, you're making friends left and right, Congressman, right?
Hey, I didn't come to Washington to make friends. I came to Washington to save, to save the country. But listen, if this goes to the floor, here's what you should watch for, Neil. Watch that C-SPAN ticker and the yays and nays. Once people start to see this...
We're covering the vote, too, so I don't have to switch to C-SPAN, but I understand what you're saying.
I am sorry about that.
It's okay.
No. Yeah. So when you see the yays and nays, once it's obvious the bill's going to fail, watch all the people switch their votes, because they'll have time to switch it, and they'll switch from yay to nay, because this is the cap and trade vote that the Democrats took a few years ago that cost a lot of them their seats. Why take this vote? Why fall on the sword and get nothing done legislatively? That's the decision a lot of these congressmen are going to make, and they'll, in droves, they will leave the yay column and go to the nay column when this thing starts to fail.
Congressman, a real pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Neil.